Boom. Welcome to Fight Heads MMA. It's me, Miss Nikki, y'all. I'm back. It is New Year's Eve right now. So to everybody, Happy New Year's. If I drop this video in time, it might be a couple days after New Year's, but that's okay. We're gonna get her done. Tonight with Miss Nikki and Fight Heads MMA, I have a very young mixed martial artist. She's a female. Her name is Alana Tooth Fairy Delva. Welcome, young lady. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm blessed, young lady. Well, we're leaving 2019 and going into 2020. Happy New Year, baby. I hope you have had a great year this year and all that
Thank
you wanted to
you.
do. Yes. So you're 12 years old?
Yes.
Okay. And mixed martial arts is your thing, or is it a part of, or one specific part of mixed martial arts that's your thing?
It's part of because I do karate and do boxing, kickboxing, and I also do weapons. So I pretty much do everything.
You said weapons.
Yes.
What kind of weapons?
I do nunchucks, I do a bow staff, I do escrimas, commas, basically everything.
So, so not only can you kind of defend yourself with your hands and your feet, but you can also, you know, you're very tuned in with weapons too, huh? Very well trained with weapons. Oh Lord, you dangerous. I don't want to meet you in a dark alley, young lady. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So, how did you get into mixed martial arts? What drew you into this?
So I was diagnosed with diabetes and I also suffered from anxiety and depression. And I also was a victim of bullying. So it really brought me down, and I always thought that my home was a safe place for me, but you can't always stay in your house. You would always have to get out and everything. So once I found out about martial arts and everything, I started to feel like, okay, maybe I could try this out. And I started to like fighters and warriors and all because they would never give up. So it really helped me accept myself for how I am and how I look.
Wow. So, what were you thinking? What was outside of anybody telling you anything or saying anything to make you feel a way about you? What were you thinking about yourself that you felt like you needed something extra to, make you feel better about yourself? What were you thinking about yourself?
Well, they always said that I looked a little older than how I look and that I look bigger. So it'll always make me feel afraid and I wouldn't have that much of friends. So it was hard for me.
Okay. And once you started, what was the first thing you took up in mixed martial arts?
I took up karate and then I found out about jujitsu. So I started to do that. And then once I found out that you can mix them together, then I found out it was called MMA or mixed martial arts. So then I started to do that and then I started to like it a lot.
Oh, wow. Wow. So, how many years have you been doing this?
For about 3 years.
Okay, so when you were about between probably 8 and 10, you were having these issues with your peers,
Yes.
and you needed to have an outlet for that. So that's when you got into the mixed martial arts.
Yes.
So now that you've been in it for a little while, where's your self confidence? Where's your self esteem now?
It's to be honest, I feel very confident. Um I feel like I can help others and that I used to feel like I was falling in pieces that from the bullying and from everything. So I feel like now I can be myself and that I can accept myself and that I can help others. That I can also be a role model for other girls to show them that they don't always have to stay where they are and that they can go on outside, that they can be who they are, that they don't always have to be afraid.
Absolutely, young lady. Absolutely. So, what is the message? What is your daily message to your own peers and the people you go to school with? What is your daily message to them about bullying and those kind of things that do happen in school? What do you say to them?
I would say that whatever the other person says, don't let it get to you. To always believe in yourself and not to believe in what others say. To always work hard and also to never give up.
All right, that is awesome. That's awesome advice, young lady. You said the best thing ever. I like that. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. You made me feel good saying that. Yes. So, how much of your life is dedicated to your martial arts?
Everything. Wow. Basically, a whole week. I train every day
Okay.
from 4 in the afternoon all the way till 9 at night. So I work pretty hard, and then whenever I'm done, I would always train at home as well. I would always practice with my mother. Um,
Your mom's in combat sports too?
yes.
Oh Lord, y'all dangerous family over there. Look at your brother and your dad better watch out.
Yeah, my brother also does karate and jiu-jitsu, so
Oh wow.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. So give us a rundown of what your day is, starting from the time you wake up, what time you wake up. Walk us through your day.
So I would wake up, I would walk my dog,
What time
uh,
you get up?
hmm,
What time do
about
you
5 in the morning.
Oh, Miss Nikki be sleep. See, that's a point against me. Okay, so you're up at 5 and your
Yes,
first
I would walk
task
my
is to
dog. Then I would eat breakfast, and then I would start running about 2 to 4 miles. Then I would go to school. Then I would come back home. Then I would take a short snack. Then I would start running again. Um, then I would also take a break, drink a lot of water. Then I would start running on our treadmill, and then I would start lifting weights.
Oh, you lift weights too? Oh,
Yes.
you're strong too. Not only are you dangerous, but you're strong too. I might have to put you on my team as security, young lady. Oh my goodness. So, what do your peers? Oh, let me ask you this. From the very beginning, when you first started this, what were your expectations? And have you met any of them? And where are you now?
So my expectations was to at least try my best to um, never give up. Uh, some of the expectations that I've met was to come near to a black belt in karate. I've also gotten my yellow belt now for jiu-jitsu. So now I'm going to be going to expert, which is going to be really, really hard for me because now I'm going to be going against advanced kids, and you would also be competing for a belt. So now I would really have to take it up a step, and also I would try to go to the UFC for one of my expectations because I really do want to try my best because I also want to be a role model for other girls. Like I said, they don't always have to stay inside. They can be whatever they want. So I want to be myself. I don't want to be the next icon model. I just want to be who I am.
And that's going to carry you a long way, young lady, just being who you are. Oh my goodness. So, one of your expectations, what is the biggest thing that you have done in your mixed martial arts career to date that you are most excited about?
I have 2 gold medals for Rome. I am the only female athlete to get 2 medals actually in Rome in 2 weight divisions for 125 and 125 above. and that's against Ukraine, Italy, and Lebanon.
Wow, young lady, congratulations. Oh my goodness. And that was in jiu-jitsu?
No, that was for MMA.
M-
Yes.
Lord Jesus, you'd have been to Rome and everything?
Yes.
So with your age group, how do they classify y'all's bouts? Do they classify them as expo bouts, or what do they classify them as?
In age, weight, and experience.
Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. So when was the last time you competed?
I would probably say in California, which was about last month.
Okay. How did you do?
I did good. It was actually for Panda Cup, and I won first place, which was for a belt, and that was also in MMA.
Wow. Congratulations, young lady. Congratulations. Oh my goodness. You are just living your best life. You got to spend it on the hills, girl. Oh my goodness. So when is your next? Hi, Mom. Hi, Tina. Say goodbye. Hi, baby. How are you?
Good, fine, thank you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you and your daughter. Thank you so much for letting her come up to Fight Heads MMA. We
Thank
are excited. I'm excited to know your daughter. Like, this is an honor listening to her talk and just being able to just connect with her is just awesome. And to know that she is going to be one of our future superstars and whatever she does in her life is awesome. That's great. At least I can say I know her.
Well, I think that what set her apart from the rest is the fact that she's self-motivated. I don't have to be the one telling her, wake up, do your chores, do your homework. She knows what she has to do, which make my job easier. You know, when you're an athlete that also have to work really hard to keep a diet because you're diabetic. If
Yes,
you know
that was part of one of my next questions is talking to her about her diet and stuff.
yeah, that's rough. And I know that. So I always praise her because she does an amazing job. Amazing job. You know, for a kid that to say, not ice cream, not cake, because, you know, I already have a piece. And that's why she says, always wake up and go do your miles, go run, do this, do that.
What do you want for her future?
I want her to achieve her goal. I believe that she could be the next UFC fighter that is going to start a new generation. I don't see her staying home and being the next Ronda Rousey. I really think she's gonna set a mark, and everybody's gonna be saying, "I remember Alana Delva, and I remember when she was going to my dojo." And so to think about it and to think about the future is it's amazing. It makes my heart pump.
So, how does this all work out for the family, for all of you? Like, I know y'all spend a lot of time putting into the kids and what they're doing, but as a family, how does this work for all of you?
It's rough. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard because I have to work. I have to take care of her, have to take care of the little one, I have to take care of home. And putting into my schedule, her schedule, and not just that, you know, not just the training, not just going to the dojo, not just going to open mat, but putting in the schedule over the weekend, having the competitions every once a week or every twice a month or sometimes 3 times a month, that's rough because it's not just going and taking her to compete. I'm not just going drop a little puppy. I go and
Yeah,
stay. I stay with her. I watch her. I, you know, make sure that we have our meals and everything that she needs. And she laughs because, you know, I'll go crazy. You know, did you get this? Did you get your bed? Did you gotta give? So, you know, it's a whole routine.
absolutely, absolutely. Your husband, what does he think about his daughter being such a phenom?
Well, give me a second because he's here and I can see what he thinks.
Oh man. Oh, your dad, your mom and dad's taking over your interview. Look at him.
Right here.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. How are you? I'm Miss Nikki. And this is Fightheads MMA. Thank you for letting your daughter come up and speak with us tonight. We are honored to have her.
Oh, I mean, she's an honor to do this interview anyway. She always talk about it. She's excited about it.
I'm glad. So, what do you feel about your daughter being such a young phenom at this point?
I mean, as some mothers say, you know, that's her goal. I mean, all we could do as a parent, just back her up and encourage her to do and to be whatever she want to be. You know, I mean, as we speak and as in this house, we're trying to do as education first. And then, you know, and then after that, achieve and become an MMA superstar like she wants.
Understood. Education first. That's a question for me. How far do you want to take your education? Do you want to go to college? Do you want to get a master's in anything?
Yes, actually, I want to be an entomologist because I actually like to study insects, and I actually have my own collection of insects too. And so whenever me and my mother are like walking by, whenever I see like a dead insect, I always look at it because sometimes there's some that I have and there's some that I don't.
Okay, so you're still in search of some of those mysterious bugs, huh? Well, insects. I don't want to offend you now. That's your field. I'll wake up with a bed full of bugs messing with you. So with your diabetes, how hard or how easy is it for you to manage your diet, your weight, and you know, because all of that comes together and it plays a daily part in your life, and you have to stay on top of that. So how do you manage to do that without it being an interruption in your day, you know?
Well, it's discipline because sometimes there's some foods that my parents are eating and they're trying to tempt me. So it's the temptation, but it's kind of hard for me because you always have to watch the proportions that you're eating of the food. So whenever my mother is helping me, we have little cups, and we would always measure how much food I would have to eat.
Okay. What is your favorite thing to eat?
Cottage cheese.
Oh, really? Girl, I would have never, ever expected you to say that to me. Cottage cheese. Usually at 12 years old, it's cake and ice cream and cookies. Oh, my goodness. So what is your favorite thing to have with your cottage cheese? Because cottage cheese is not bad as a snack. It is not bad.
I would actually say probably maybe some pancakes, but mainly honey, just honey.
Oh. That's a nice natural sweetness too, honey. I like that. I might have to try that, young lady. What is your usual breakfast like? What do you usually have for breakfast? And you have breakfast before you go on your runs, right? You eat your breakfast before you go on your runs?
Yes.
That doesn't make your stomach cramp up?
No, not really. Because it's really a small portion instead of a big portion.
Okay.
So it wouldn't hurt as much.
Okay. So what is your breakfast usually like? What do you have?
It's 1 egg and 1 sausage.
1 egg. What you like, turkey sausage or you like pork sausage?
Any type of sausage.
Okay. So you like the maple flavor sausage?
Yes.
That's my favorite. I like. Okay. So at school, do you usually take your lunch to school, or can you manage the menu at school pretty good?
Actually, I would take my lunch to school, and sometimes whenever we don't have time to pack my lunch, I would just skip the lunch at school and I would just have water.
Wow.
Yeah.
But now you know you can't do that too often, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now don't let me find out. Oh my goodness. So when do you compete next?
I would compete in January 27th for a kickboxing match.
For what?
Kickboxing.
Oh, yeah, that's the video I pulled up. I seen you was doing a little bit of kickboxing. What is your record in mixed martial arts at this point?
That's pretty hard. I think
Is that your little brother?
Yeah, just running around. But to be honest, I really don't know my record because it's pretty hard to keep track of. Since I have to do a whole bunch of kickboxing, and you got boxing, and then you have the jiu-jitsu and the MMA, so it's pretty hard to keep track of it.
Okay. So the word that I got down was that you kind of undefeated right now.
Yes.
So how does that feel being undefeated?
It feels amazing, but then you would also have some pressure on you because then you would have to be defending the title on your weight division. So you would always have to train and practice on the mistakes that you would make in some fights, and that way you can fix them.
Okay. So let me ask you this question, because I don't think any mixed martial artist, any boxer, or anybody that does combat sports can ever get through their career. I think that Floyd Mayweather is just an exception, just a complete exception. And I want to know from you, what is your mindset? Have you thought about maybe when you come across your first loss? Because we all know it's going to be somebody that's just like, it don't even have to be, but that much better than us, to get a victory over us. So where's your mind with that when you come to that point?
I would feel a bit disappointed, but in the end, you would always have time to practice for next time. You would always be able to fix your mistakes and also to progress. So then that way, the next time that you fight against that person, you would be able to improve.
Does it give you a false sense of being unbeatable?
No, not really.
No. Okay, that's good. That's what I needed to hear, was that that you're not living in the clouds with that. So yes, absolutely. What do your friends? I would imagine that at this point, since you've taken up mixed martial arts, which is not something that is prevalent in most major mainstream. So,
Yes.
what do your friends think of you? Are your friends mostly based in your mixed martial arts world, or do you have a combination of friends that are not into it, but y'all still, hang out every now and again and do things that teenagers do?
Yes. I actually most of my friends are from competitions
Okay.
and also from my dojo.
Okay.
So I actually have more friends rather in school
Okay.
than at a dojo.
How do you get along with your peers at school? I mean, I would imagine that you probably have just a little bit of a reputation of being a bad sister, being that you going around here in all these competitions and winning. And I would imagine that you probably have a little cult following in school. They have to be interested in what you're doing. You're a woman and you're doing it and you're winning. I mean, they have got to really been like, just if not just peeping around the corner at you, see what you're up to.
Yeah. I don't really have. Well, I have friends at school, but sometimes they end up changing over the years. So I would start to lose friends, but then I would be like, okay, that's fine. You change your ways, that's fine. And it won't really mess up my feelings
Right.
because that's how people are in the future. So I would always have to just live with it, and in the end, you can always make new friends, and you shouldn't have to live with the fact that your friends change and then they just leave you behind.
Yeah, we all grow and go in different directions. Has there been a time when you've been able to do for someone else what mixed martial arts has done for you, like bring them in to help them, work through some issues maybe in their personal lives? Have you been able to do that for some
Yes,
people?
I've actually have been able to do that for a lot of girls and sometimes boys because they would feel bad, sometimes I would see them crying, and
Right.
then I would just ask them, like, how are you okay? What happened? And then they would tell me, and then I would be like, okay, well, I train at this dojo. You could probably come by and watch, and then you could just see if you would like to try or something.
And you've gotten a few people to come in and try it and stick with it, huh? That's awesome. That's what we're supposed to do. Yeah, when we find something that feels great, we're supposed to share it with everyone and see, how many people we can get to feel good with us. That's awesome.
Yes, and I
So,
also teach self-defense seminars every now and then, because sometimes there
self-defense seminars?
yes,
Oh Lord.
because sometimes there would be some kids that, like, they don't have a home, but then they would also have trouble going to school, and they
Yeah.
would also have trouble with their families. So I would always come by, and I would bring extra school supplies that I have, and I would just pass it around to them. And then I would also show them some self-defense. That way, whenever something happens at school, they could at least feel confident, and then they could protect themselves.
Have you after you decided that you were going to try karate and jujitsu, was there ever a time where you had to actually like utilize your skills on a bully?
No, so far, no.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. But just to know that you have those skills are even better.
Yes.
So, for somebody who might not have an interest in mixed martial arts, what kind of advice would you have for a person that might not be interested in what you're interested in, but they still need that friendly talking to
Um,
and that support? That's the word I'm looking for, support to get through a situation. What would you tell them?
I would just tell them to stay away from trouble, not to get involved in things like gangs or something like that, not to get involved with other things that bad people are doing. Also not to get involved with fights. But in the end, if there's if there's a kid at school, and then there's a fight going on, then you could always try to help them. You could just tell them to stop fighting, or you could end up telling the principal or something.
Good. Does your principal or your guidance counselor, have they spoken to you, or have you guys gotten together and maybe put together like a little situation for the school? Maybe everybody come into the auditorium and we have a discussion about things like that. Have you been able to do that with your principal in your school?
No, not yet.
Okay. Okay, it might be something to work on in 2020, you know?
Yes.
Absolutely, because we can't have nobody left behind. We need
Yes,
everybody
I think that's
feeling
a
good
great
about
idea.
it. So, absolutely. So, what is your favorite subject in school?
I would probably say science, because actually right now I'm in Science Olympiad. So it's where you pick different subjects in science, and then you would compete against other schools.
Oh, okay. Wow. So, are you guys working on something right now?
Yes.
Ooh, do tell if you can. I don't want you to give up the team secrets.
So right now I'm working on anatomy, and also ornithology, which is the study of birds. Um, we have been trying to collect some feathers of the bird that we're studying on. Um, we may have had some trouble around the corners, but we've always been trying to figure it out, and we've been asking the teacher if we could get some help at least.
Okay, so the project's going pretty well at this point, huh? So when do you guys have to have it done and ready for showing?
In March.
Oh, okay. So y'all got a couple more months to get that done. Okay, it should be a pretty well put together project.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So let's strip away everything. Let's strip away school. Let's strip away mixed martial arts. Who is Alana?
She is just a girl that is trying to believe in herself, that want to not be taken down by other people, not to be hurt by other people's words, and not to be discouraged. And also, I want to change the way of how things are. I want to change the way of how girls think, to tell them that they don't always have to be afraid, that they can try other things. They can try new things. They don't always have to stay in just a little circle.
So let me ask you this question. I have a niece that's your age, but I'm not. She has a strong mind like you, so I don't know if y'all view or see or hear or receive things the same as somebody my age would. But at your age in school, is there an issue with body shaming and girls that might not be developed as the next girl? Is that still an issue within school at your
Yes,
age?
it's a very big issue. It happens at my school, and it also happened at another middle school that I went to. There would always be fights. There would always be girls that would be seen crying every day. It was pretty hard, and that's also why I would like to change the way of how girls think about themselves, to help them accept themselves.
Where do you think that attitude or that behavior or that thought process comes from for us as females?
From TV, actually, because if you were to see like commercials about cancer, you would see little girls telling about how they felt when they found out that they had the cancer, but then how they were able to accept it, and then they were able to overcome that fear of what they had gotten.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna ask you a question. It might be a little strange, but I'm gonna ask you because we're females, and I think just probably every female in the world probably had an opinion or a thought on the situation. But did you see the Lizzo basketball game video? Did you happen to hear
No,
about
no, ma'am.
that? Oh, okay, good. Never mind. Who is your biggest? Who are you the biggest fan of from mixed martial arts? Who motivates you? Who do you watch? Who do you follow?
Cyborg.
Chris Cyborg?
Yes.
Okay.
She everybody thinks that she looks like a man, but really she's just a woman that works hard. That she
Right.
works hard in the gym. She tries to improve everything. She works on her mistakes, and she always tries her best.
Absolutely. Well, when did she first come across your radar?
In the computer.
In the computer, you was just looking through some stuff and you found her. So you follow her pretty closely, huh?
Yes.
So what do you think about her leaving the UFC and going to Bellator?
It's a new change for me. But I mean, at least she's not giving up.
Right. Right. Is there something that in her career she's done that you are super duper impressed with?
To be honest, I'm impressed about how much she's come across. How much she was able to improve from her last fights.
Mm-hmm.
And also she stepped up to Dana White.
Right.
So it's really big.
So how did you feel when she lost to Amanda? Because I would imagine that you just like any other fan of Chris Cyborg just felt that she was going to come out victorious. It was going to be a rough fight, but she was going to be victorious. But when she wasn't, what were you thinking?
I was pretty sad, but at least she tried her best.
Mm-hmm.
There would always be a next time for her to try again. I mean, it's just a reminder that not everybody's perfect, and that there's always things that you would have to try to fix, and that there's always mistakes.
All right. Have you ever got to meet her?
No, but I would like to.
You'll get that chance, baby. It'll come right when you're not expecting it. She's gonna just be in front of you. You're gonna be like, "What? Stop it." Oh my goodness. So are there any other fighters that motivate you or that you follow closely?
Amanda, also Ronda Rousey. They really motivate me because they're changing the way that that people see the way of how women are, to show that MMA and that fighting combat sports aren't only for men, that also women can do it, that not everything is the way that it is.
Understood. Who do you think made the biggest impact in combat sports in 2019?
That's hard.
Even if you have more than one, I'll accept that too.
To be honest, I don't really know. It's really hard because there's a lot of women that do well. They're always trying their best. So, but I would probably have to say Amanda though, because she tries really hard. She trains really hard. She always tries her best, and with all the pressure that there is on defending 2 titles, it's pretty hard because you would always have to watch your weight and for the 2 divisions, because you have to go up and down, and there's a lot of women in each division, so I really think that Amanda made a good change.
What do you think about women's bare knuckle boxing? Have you been able to check any of that out?
Yes.
So what do you think about it?
I think is that it's a bit bloody, yes, but it's also very exciting because it takes guts to fight with no gloves or no protection. So it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's crazy, huh? Do you think since it's come to the scene of combat sports, do you think at any point in your career you might be willing to try it? I know it's going to be some years from now, but I'm saying, is it something that you've thrown in the pot?
In the future, I would like to try it.
Okay.
But my number one goal is to be in the UFC at least.
Okay, let's say you make it to the UFC, you get up there, you get signed in, and you're part of their roster. What's your goal once you get there?
To stay on the top, and also to stay humble, not to get overexcited whenever you win. You always have to be humble, and also to remember to be kind to the judges, to your opponent, and also always to listen, and also to show respect to each and every judge.
Understood. I ain't gonna say that that's gonna work all the time, but I'm down with it. We can keep it nice and cordial with the judges. Yes. Oh my goodness. So, oh my goodness, you really have been thinking this out. This is tough. Like, I love talking to y'all because not one thing y'all do I want to do. I don't want to punch nobody. I don't want to kick nobody. I don't want nobody punching and kicking me. But I love and admire everything that you guys do, even at the age you are, all the way up to the adulthood of this. This is something. Where do you get your discipline from? How are you so focused at 12 years old? Like, nobody's focused at 12 years old.
I really get my focus from my mother and my father because they always help me. They help discipline me. Like whenever there's some things that I want to do but I cannot, they help me. They also help me focus with my priorities. Also with my homework, they help me, and also they help me with any technique that I have trouble with.
Okay, that's great news. That's great news. So, how awesome is it for you as a young lady to have your dad in your corner at all times?
It's amazing, because he always gets to help me, and also my mother's in the corner as well.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely. We know Mama there.
yeah. So it's amazing though, because it's your parents that they know what you do. They know your game. They can always help you. They will be able to see what opportunities there is in a fight. They can help you see a next move, and then they could always help you by calling it out and by telling you where it is.
How much involvement do your parents have, or does your mom or dad manage you? And I know they take you to where you need to be to get to events and competitions and training and all of that. But does your mom manage your everything that goes on in your life, or do you guys have somebody outside that is helping with that? Because I would imagine you're very busy and that your schedule is super duper tight.
Yes.
And hers too, and your dad's. So how do you guys manage all of that?
My mother helps me. Because she helps take care of me. She helps me with the calls, with the emails, because sometimes there's points whenever I'm doing homework, but then I always get like a notification or a call, and then she could always answer that call, or help message that notification. And also she helped me pick the right fights. She also helped me to study my opponent. We also watch videos of my opponent to prepare for that fight.
Does watching footage help you going into your bouts?
Yes.
Huh. Has it made you has it helped you to the point where from watching their video you were able to read and set up some stuff and get some shots off because of watching their footage and knowing the movements they were going to make?
Yes.
Oh wow, look at you over there, girl. Can put you in front of no computer, Dad. No, don't let her see the footage. She's gonna beat us up. So what is it that you want everybody to know?
I would like everybody to know that
This is your chat. Nobody is camera shy at your house, are they?
but can you please say the question again? I lost focus.
You're all right. You're all right. I said, what is it that you would like everybody to know?
I would like everybody to know that they don't have to be afraid, that that we have dreams, and that we also have goals, that we should always follow them no matter how hard they can be. Sure, there might be obstacles, but you would always have to overcome them. You would always have to solve the problems of every corner. But you would have to let your passion guide you, and also with your determination and your courage.
So do you have any sponsors you want to send a shout out to? You want to say the name of your dojo and everything like that, so your people know you ain't forget them?
Yes, I would like to say a shout out to my team, which is Team Spartan. My sensei, Julius Mobley. Also to Warhammer to say thank you for everything that you've done for me, for all of your help, and also for all of your for all of your clothes and for all of the help that you've given me.
All right. Well, I know your supporters are very excited for you. I know they want you to do the best at everything that you want to do. They're going to be there supporting you. And it's just awesome to have been able to speak with you, young lady, and
Thank
get to
you.
know who you are. Yes, so when I see you with because eventually you're just going to propel forward. You're just going to have a propeller. You're just going to be like, wow, what happened? Yeah. And it's going to be because of all of your hard work, you staying focused, you being determined. It's going to be because of all of those things. Not one thing is anybody going to give you, baby. So just know that where you're at, you worked hard to get there, and you can't let nothing or nobody bring you down from that.
Yes.
Absolutely, yes. And you got a great family, great mom and dad and little brother. Got the two cats and the dog, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. What is the last movie you seen?
The last movie?
Yes, that you went to the movies and seen.
Frozen.
Oh, okay. Okay. So is there anything out there that you want to maybe go see now?
I would like to see Jumanji.
Me too.
I would like to see Spice in Disguise
Me
because
too.
it seems pretty funny.
Yes, it does. Oh my goodness. What is who's your favorite musical artist?
Michael Jackson.
Okay. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. You know good music when you hear it, baby. Do you have any shows on TV or anything like that or Netflix that you like to watch?
Wow, it's a lot. I like to watch Naruto. I like to watch a lot of anime. Sometimes I like to watch action movies.
Okay.
So
What's your favorite action movie?
I would probably say Boyka.
Boy, who?
Boyka. It's a Russian movie.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't know. Russian movie. I'm gonna have to go look this up. See what's going on with the action in this movie. I like action movies too. That's what's up. Oh my goodness. So, man, what are your plans for inside and outside of the cage for 2020? What's your plans?
I plan to go to California for the pancration jiu-jitsu. For Las Vegas for the IBJJF. Also for the national championship. I would also like to go to California for the Panda Cup.
Okay.
And also to Rome.
Wow, you got big plans for 2020, young lady. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord, I am just excited to watch what you're going to be doing in this upcoming year. I'm excited for you because you are excited for yourself, baby, and that's all we need is for you to be excited. Oh Lord. So, ooh, best fight of the year for you. Who put on the best fight for you this year?
Amanda.
Amanda, this last fight she had with Jermaine.
Yes.
Did you expect it to be the way it went? I wasn't expecting them to go to the ground, but
Me neither.
Yeah, but I guess Amanda really, really did her homework on Jermaine and knew that that was a weak spot for her. And so
Yes,
she just capitalized and utilized that joker and got her a nice victory win. Oh
yes.
boy. I was excited for that fight too, and I was glad to be able to sit down and watch it because I had to work that day, so I wasn't for sure if I was going to get to see it. So that was exciting. Lots of things coming up in 2020 in combat sports. You're going to be one of those names that are going to be mentioned, young lady. Probably, more than likely. Absolutely. I know that's right. She said, "Hopefully, hey, you got it, baby. It's already there. It's already there." Lord
Thank you.
Jesus. Yes. So once again, young lady, is there anything else that you want to talk about before we sign out of here?
I just want to say thank you for everything, for this opportunity to be here, for having your call, and for having your show. It's a really big appreciation.
You're welcome, baby. I'm honored. I am honored. I'm the person that's honored here because I get to speak to you with all the great things that you are doing with yourself, young lady. Absolutely. It's an honor for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was so nice to meet you. We will be keeping an eye on you, and I need you or your mom or dad. I need one of y'all to send me a little bit of footage on you. I want to add some clips into this. So yeah. Oh, that's what we had. We had your little fight. Did you want to talk about that before you sign off?
For which one?
The Sosa fights. Let me see.
Oh, the kickboxing.
Yes. Let's get it. Let's talk about this. And this happened when? When did this happen?
Last year.
Oh, okay. So, how long before you knew you were going to be in this bout?
For 2 weeks.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. How long was it before you knew you were going to be in this bout?
They told me 2 weeks before the fight was gonna come.
Okay. Okay. So you had 2 weeks to prepare. So this bout is about to begin. You're standing across the cage from her. What are you thinking in this moment?
I'm thinking to not let my guard down, to push her to the cage, not to give her any space, to also corner her, and also to move out of the way.
So were you able to do those things that you were thinking about starting out?
Yes.
It looked like you are effectively executing those things that you wanted to in your mind.
Yes.
What was the toughest part about this fight with this young lady? Because she was fearless too.
The problem was the stamina because hours before the fight was gonna start, I had a jiu-jitsu tournament.
Oh.
And also karate tournament. So I was pretty worried if I was gonna make it on time or not.
Okay. You weren't worried about your energy level, if you were going to have enough gas in the tank to get in there and
Yes, I was.
Huh?
I was.
So how did you get yourself through that? You had already done so much that day. How did you make it through this particular match? And you got a knockdown.
Yeah, I was excited. I was very happy. It was my first time stepping to the cage.
Okay.
But I was just able to breathe, to overcome my fear, and to prove myself that I could do it.
Okay. Oh my goodness. So the first time back in your corner after the first round, what are you and your coach talking about over there?
to breathe, to not overdo it, and also to save my energy.
Okay. How do you reserve your energy in your fights? How do you do that?
I always make like a ki sound every time that I would punch to breathe instead of holding my breath.
Okay. Okay. I know a lot of fighters that do that. So you're ready to come back out for this second round. What's in your mind?
To finish it, to basically to do the same thing, not let her breathe, to get her cornered, and to not let her get close to me. I also noticed that I had got her in the liver, so I was just thinking to go for the body this time,
Right.
because that would be harder for her to breathe.
Oh, wow. I don't think I got to see. How many rounds was this bout?
3.
Okay, so y'all in the second round. Y'all going at it. Did she hit you with any tough shots during the bout?
She was trying to do knees, but I managed to escape. I was able to move out of the way and then to make a counterattack. I was just really focused, and I was trying to find a way on how to get to her body and how to pin her to the cage.
So what do you think when you throwing your kicks at her and she grabs your leg? What are you thinking in those moments?
I wanted to sweep her, but we weren't able to because the referee had separated us.
Okay.
So I was just thinking next time, like, okay, I have to make my kicks faster, and to not let her to catch my legs.
Okay. So this is the end of the second round. You was firing off on her. You got her up against the cage, or did he stop it? Did he stop this fight?
Yes, he stopped that second round because she wasn't able to breathe, and she had gotten worried, and then she started to cry.
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that. So that liver shot paid off for you, huh?
Yes.
All right, young man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I need from my fighters. I need that. I need y'all to be enthused with that. So after this bout with her, did you and her get to have a little bit of a conversation?
Yeah, we were telling each other how well we did. That she did really well. That at least she wasn't giving up on herself. That she was able to believe herself, and that she did her best.
So do you think at any in 2020 that you and her may meet again?
Yes.
You will.
Yes.
So do you think, what did you take away from that fight for yourself? What did you say to yourself that you felt like you might want to improve on or could improve on or do differently? What did you take from it?
I wanted to improve by telling myself not to schedule 2 tournaments on the same day.
Oh my goodness. And at the end of that day, what is your what's your go-to meal after you got finished with your tournament and your competition? What's your favorite go-to meal, your comfort meal?
Ice cream.
Okay. What's your favorite flavor?
I would probably say chocolate with vanilla.
Ooh, I like. That's what I'm talking about. But you don't get to eat that too many times, just every now and again, huh?
Yes.
All right. So how was Christmas for you?
I had a great time. I was able to spend time with my grandparents and my mother, also my father. We went to see a gingerbread house at a hotel. We were
Ooh,
also able to see fireworks. We got to do a lot of things.
okay. So, and all in all, do you feel like you get to be a kid when you want to?
Yes.
Okay. That's important. That's important. Can't lose sight of being a kid while you're doing all these things. Oh my goodness. I'm very proud of you, young lady. Hashtag woman power. We doing it. You guys are really, really setting the bar and mixed martial arts at all levels, whether it's kickboxing, jujitsu, karate, judo. You guys are setting the bar. You guys are kind of making the guys look bad at times. Yes, yes. So, you know, keep doing what you're doing, young lady. Stay focused. If there's ever anything Miss Nikki can do, you let me know and I will do my best to get it done for you, baby.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
And also, may I ask, um, if there's anybody watching right now that would actually like to be a sponsor for me?
Absolutely. Shoot your shot, baby. Tell them what you want them to know.
Well, actually, sometimes we have a finance problem, because my mother works a lot, and then she also has to help us with food at our apartment, and helping me and my brother with the food and our competitions, and it's really hard for her. So I would just like to know if we could have help from everybody.
I think that will be enough. That's all you have to say, baby. I think they're going to respond to that. If they don't, Miss Nikki will go find them and dump them on their heads. So y'all better get up, get them pennies together, help Elena the Tooth Fairy Delva get to her next excursion. She is out there putting a great name and a great look on mixed martial arts, you guys. Even at her young age, for that age group, the young warriors, the ones that you guys are rearing up and wanting to be our future greats, we need to pull that together now, you guys. So if anybody can help with sponsorships or donations or anything for the young lady to move forward in her career, please reach out to her mom. Where's an email that they can reach out to your mom at?
At Cordero Pamela 85 at gmail.com.
Cordero Pamela 85 at gmail.com, you guys. That's where you can reach her mom and set up sponsorships or maybe send some money or donations, whatever her way, so she can continue on in her fabulous career. She's dedicated, she is focused, she's motivated. You don't have to ask her to do it because it's already done before you even get to ask her to do it. So go ahead, you guys, put in on this. Get down with this young lady, or you might miss the boat. Might miss the boat, but you don't want to do that. Greatness in the making right here, you guys. Elena Tooth Fairy Delva, young female mixed martial artist phenom. She's coming. She's coming. She is coming. So thank you, young lady. And we will do everything that we can to get these guys and the sponsorship giveaway so we can get you to your next event, baby.
Thank you.
You're welcome, baby. It was nice to meet you and your family. We'll talk soon, baby.
Also, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's to you too. That's right. It is New Year's Eve, you guys. I forgot. Yeah, it is. It is. Here you go. Got it. The one and only Elena Tooth Fairy Delva. Happy New Year's.
Thank you, everybody.